All right, what's going on, guys? Been a minute since I put out an actual video that wasn't just a clip of an older video. Been kind of busy. The weather's been either really nice or really crappy, and when it's really nice, I want to ride, and I just haven't really felt like doing a video in a while. But today I'm feeling it. Today I'm feeling it. One, because I finally looked today, I realized that my subs are over 4,000 now. So thank you guys all very much, subs old and new. And what I watched, actually what I watched last night was a very old episode of Top Gear. And I know it's old because Jeremy Clarkson still had hair that wasn't gray and he wasn't nearly as fat as he is now. And the Ferrari Enzo was still considered new. So yeah, long time ago, 2004. And the guest, which if you're under the age of 30, or if you just, maybe if you don't listen to shitty music, you probably don't know who she is, but her name is Geri Halliwell, aka Ginger Spice of the Spice Girls. Yeah, the Spice Girls. You remember them? I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I grew up, well, I was in high school whenever they were big, so that was kind of painful, having to listen to that crap all the time. But anyway, probably better than a lot of the stuff that comes out nowadays, but that's not saying much. But so on this episode of Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson's interviewing Ginger Spice, and at that point she was 32 years old. It was 2004. I believe she was born in 72, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to see, this is one thing I don't think a lot of people that watch my videos understand. I'm trying to remember everything that I wanted to say word for word, and I'm on my bike. Now I have my notepad open with a couple of bullet points, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and write out an entire script and try to read that while I'm riding. But anyway, she was 32 when she came up with this list of demands. So rather than go through the demands, which I can't even remember most of them, I'm just going to play the clip.
Your list of requirements for a man is, let's be honest, quite long.
Do you think I'm just
Well, I mean, I actually got it
asking too much?
From your book, and I'm not going to say what it's called, obviously. You say that your perfect man has to love his mum, be trustworthy and kind, good-looking, funny, sexy, healthy, bigger bank balance than yours, virile, 28 to 38, loyal, fit, lots of free time, and is respected in his own right.
I've dropped a few of them. He doesn't have to be that age. He can be younger.
Oh,
all right, so did you notice how she said, I dropped a few of them, and that the guy can be younger? Like any younger dude, like what the hell is any guy gonna want with her other than just a smash and dash? Or maybe a sugar mama. I mean, if you wait until you're 32 to decide that you want to settle down, especially with a list of demands like that. See, she makes the mistake that all rich women make. She thinks that having money and fame and status makes her high value, because that's what makes men high value. You know, we've been saying that for years. But I know one of the things that she said is that the guy has to have a bigger bank account than her. I mean, in 2004, she was actually worth a lot of money. The Spice Girls made, I think the Spice Girls sold like 90 million albums worldwide. And then she went on to, she's done like 3 or 4 solo albums. I think at least the first 2 were really popular, at least in the UK. You guys, man, you guys, now we listen to some crappy music here in America, but whenever I look across the charts across all the different countries, man, people in the UK, you guys listen to some trash. But then it's really not better here in America, so I can't talk smack on that. But I thought it was really funny how she said, I dropped a few of them. Like she's not still being really picky for a 32-year-old woman. And I mean, to look at her back then, she looked all right at 32. You could tell her face had definitely seen better days. Her body was all right, though. She had a fat little ass on her, decent chest. Really short, though, really short. If you see her stand next to Clarkson, man, it's really tiny woman. It's kind of a turnoff for me. But still, at 32, to have those kinds of standards for a guy. I mean, you could have had those when you were 22, minus the bank account stuff. But 32? Oh boy. So after watching that, I decided to do a little bit of research on Ginger Spice. And what I found was that she ended up getting married in 2015. But before that, I believe it was 2006 to 2007, she had a kid out of wedlock. So the guy she got married to in 2015 got cucked because now he's got to help raise the bastard child. And the guy that she got married to is a former race car driver, and I can't remember what his title was. That he is the current team principal of the Red Bull F1 team. So he's making some serious bank. The Red Bull's doing pretty well right now. Verstappen, I think he just won the other day, if I remember correctly. But so she gets married to this guy in 2015. Now that would make her either 42 or 43, possibly 44, but I think 42 or 43. I don't know. I can't remember exact. I believe she was born in 72. This is 2015. Yeah, that would make 43, possibly 42 if she hadn't had her birthday yet. But either way, she got married at that age, and then they had a kid. And of course, I don't think they're going to say it online, but I'm willing to bet that the second kid, possibly even the first kid, had some kind of birth defects. Because we all know what happens when women in their 40s start popping out kids. Those eggs are those are the bottom of the barrel eggs. Like the eggs that have just been sitting around for like 25 years just waiting, and now they're all dried up and nasty and deformed. And that's what they had a kid with. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then I read that she, back in the 2000s, she denounced feminism. She said something like it's all bra-burning lesbianism or something weird like that. That was according to the wiki. And then, of course, like all thoughts, once they pass the wall up, once the wall, they smack into the wall, more like it. Once they smack into the wall, they become Christians. And Ginger Spice, of course, no different. And you know what? Maybe she's a good person now. I hope she is. But either way, to watch that video way back in 2004, just dropping red pill bombs right there, dropping warning signs. A 32-year-old woman with a long list of demands. And you know who that reminded me of from modern times? Oop, shit. Danica Patrick. Yeah, whenever Danica Patrick has been ran through by a bunch of guys in NASCAR, Aaron Rodgers, I can't remember who else, but she's seen some D. You know, she's definitely had a good selection of meat in her life. And her list of demands is even, I think, for given her age and her status, like if you were to compare her demands to Ginger Spice's demands, I'm not even sure whose is worse. But I'm going to go ahead and play Danica Patrick's list of demands right here.
So the video that I wanted to play here doesn't exist because people went to the girl's YouTube channel that did the interview and they shat all over it. But I did find a couple of clips, and what you can see is the hamster wheel just spinning around and around in Danica Patrick's head. It's pretty funny. But anyway, here you go. Enjoy.
Like, dude, the next guy has his work cut out for him because my intuition, my standards, my boundaries, my wants and needs are like off the charts. Look, you either grow together, one grows and one doesn't, or you grow apart.
Absolutely.
I have never experienced growth without pain.
All right, so I don't know, you guys want to talk about it in the comments. Whose standards were higher, Danica Patrick or Ginger Spice? And just keep in mind, Ginger Spice, she was 32 whenever that Top Gear interview happened. I don't even know how old Danica Patrick is. I think she's close to being as old as me. She's like mid to late 30s, something like that. But she's got a decent face. She has no chest, which personally I don't mind. I don't care if a woman's flat-chested. As long as she has a good squatter booty, that's what you need. Unfortunately, Danica Patrick doesn't have that. She doesn't have a squatter booty. She has a flat pancake booty. So all she's got going for is a decent face, which I've never seen without makeup, and I'm sure without makeup probably drops about 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5 points. So other than money and fame, she doesn't have anything to offer, but she's another one that thinks she gets to have this crazy list of demands. Just like Tomi Lahren. Like, do you think guys are going to look at that and be like, oh, I'm going to man up? You think like any guy who's a real alpha and a really, really high value guy is going to come running to her at her age when she may or may not even be able to have kids? It's such a joke. Like, these women in their 30s are doing things, well, saying things and having standards they should have had in their early 20s. But no, of course, we all know how it works. They get pounded out by any guy that makes them wet when they're in their late teens and 20s, even on into their 30s. And then one day, magically, they decide that they get to have standards. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And I guarantee you, all of these women, if they do find a man, he's going to be some loser beta bucks, which I bet you, you know, that dude from Red Bull, I never heard of him before. I don't know anything about him, but I guarantee you he's a little beta bitch. But he's got a ton of money. So, you know, got to have the good provider after you had all the good Chad and Tyrone meat. What is up with these women, man? Oh, and that reminds me, way back, I think it was 2008 or 2009, my roommate at the time in the Army, when I lived in the barracks, bought this Playboy College Girls edition. And it was one of those issues where there was no stories, nothing like that. It was all just pictures. But at the beginning of every girl's pictorial, they would have, you know, her age, where she's from, her measurements, and then what her turn-ons and turn-offs were, or what she would like to do on a first date, stuff like that. So this one girl, when asked what her turn-offs were, she said, guys who clip coupons. Imagine that. Imagine that. Women, you want guys to buy you stuff. You want to be treated like a princess, right? Be treated like a queen. Even though you've been treating your vag like a dumpster. But so, I had to have a good laugh at that, man, because I'm thinking, this girl probably expects a guy to spend money on her. She wants to go out, be wined and dined and all that crap. But she doesn't want the guy to be frugal enough to clip coupons where he would be saving money that could potentially be money to be spent on her. But this dumb thought didn't get it. I mean, I clip coupons all the time. If anybody has a problem with that, you can go fuck yourself. I own a house, sweetie cakes, a car, 2 motorcycles. Yeah, so you talk shit on me, it's really, it's not doing anything to me. Anybody says like, oh, you're a loser because you clip coupons, I'm like, don't you still live with your parents? Yeah, shut up, sweetie. Shut your mouth when the grown folks are talking. Go sit back at the little kids' table. I couldn't believe that, though, because I guarantee you, I mean, this girl was hot, like smoking hot. Probably a 9. But to see that, and just the lack of critical thought, like, well, gee, if this guy clips coupons, then he's going to save money, and that's more money he could spend on me. But no, just the simple fact of a guy clipping coupons, which means he's frugal and smart and likes to save money, no, that's a turnoff. I'd love to see where that girl's at in life now. Because she's in her 30s. Let's see, that was like 2008, 2009. That would have put her in her early 20s. So now, yeah, now she's definitely in her 30s. And I guarantee you, she changed her tune. Guarantee it. Oh, these hoes. All right. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. Don't forget, in the comments, let me know what you think. Whose demands were higher compared to their age? Okay, Ginger Spice was 32. I'm not sure how old Danica Patrick was when that interview went down, but I'll put it on the screen for you. I can't remember. I looked at Danica Patrick's bio, but I can't remember any of it. So that's about it, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Discuss in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe. If I don't get enough likes, I'm shutting the channel down. Nah, just kidding. My name's not Greg Adams. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.